Ellie Endo, Episode 3. The Stigma of Judgment Vale. The woods of Judgment Vale were silent, save for the soft crunch of leaves beneath the boots of Ser Endo and his squire Ellie. The sun filtered through the dense canopy, casting rays of light on the path ahead. Pads, the positivity panda, trotted beside Ser Endo, while Hogs, the tiny hedgehog carrying Ellie's insulin supplies, snuffled happily at her feet.
Almost there.
Ser Endo murmured, glancing at the map.
The village of Glycobrook isn't far now.
Ellie nodded, adjusting the strap of her bow, but just as she opened her mouth to respond, beep, beep, beep! A loud, shrill alarm pierced the peaceful woods. Ellie's glucose alarmer blared from her pouch, echoing off the trees. Birds shot from the branches and even Hogs startled, rolling into a tiny ball. Ellie's cheeks flushed pink. She fumbled to silence the device, glancing nervously at Ser Endo.
I thought I had it under control,
she mumbled. Ser Endo's eyes darted around Judgment Vale's vast canopy. He sighed and gave her a reassuring smile.
No harm done, Ellie. That alarm is there to protect you.
But before Ellie could respond, a faint beep was heard in the distance. Then another beep echoed from behind them. Endo's smile turned into a concerned frown. Then beep, 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 louder and louder, all around them.
Embarrassing alarmers, run, Ellie!
Endo shouted, as the chorus of beeps continued around them. Ellie, Endo, Pads and Hogs all ran down the forest path. Embarrassing alarmers filled every branch, until suddenly the beeps stopped. A deep, mocking laugh rumbled through the woods.
Turn it off,
growled a voice.
Isn't it embarrassing?
From the shadows emerged a hulking, warty figure, the taunting troll. Its beady eyes gleamed with mischief, and it lumbered closer, dragging a heavy club behind it.
Look at her,
the troll sneered.
Can't even walk through the woods without crying for help.
Ellie's heart pounded. She reached for her bow, but before she could nock an arrow, a slithering sound curled around her ears. From the undergrowth, a sinuous shape rose, the stigma snake. Its scales shimmered like oil, and its yellow eyes gleamed with malice.
You're different.
It hissed, circling Ellie.
People will always stare. They'll never see you as strong.
Ellie tried to steady her hands, but the words gnawed at her confidence. The more embarrassed she felt, the tighter the stigma snake coiled, its venom seeping into her thoughts. Ser Endo swung his sword at the taunting troll, but the creature's laughter only grew louder.
Can't even fight your own battles, squire,
the troll jeered, dodging Ser Endo's strikes. Pads tried to cheer Ellie up with a hopeful chuff, while Hogs nudged her foot gently. But Ellie's shoulders sagged under the weight of the monster's words.
Just leave me alone,
she whispered, Ellie's head between her knees. Just as the stigma snake reared back to strike, a bright flash of light burst from the treetops.
Hey, clueless!
Chirped a small, cheerful voice. From the branches leapt a buddykin, a tiny fox-like creature with bright eyes and a mischievous grin. It landed between Ellie and the monsters, tail flicking.
Why so glum?
The buddykin asked, winking at Ellie.
Alarms aren't embarrassing. They're battle cries. They keep you strong.
Ellie blinked, the buddykin's words cutting through the fog of doubt.
But they make me feel different.
Different?
The buddykin laughed.
Everyone's different. That's what makes us strong. Let's show these bullies what you're made of.
Ellie's grip on her bow tightened. She glanced at Pads and Hogs, their eyes filled with unwavering support. With a deep breath, she pulled out her glucose, correcting her levels. The stigma snake hissed, but Ellie stood tall.
I'm not ashamed,
she said firmly. She knocked an arrow infused with confidence and fired. The arrow struck the stigma snake's heart, dissolving it into mist. The taunting troll's laughter faltered.
Who's crying now?
Ellie teased, a grin spreading across her face, as she repelled the embarrassment back towards the taunting troll. Ser Endo chuckled, landing a solid blow to the troll's side. Together, they drove the beast back into the shadows. As the woods grew quiet again, Ellie turned to the buddykin.
Thank you,
she said softly. The buddykin shrugged.
Everyone needs a little help sometimes.
Ser Endo placed a hand on Ellie's shoulder.
Remember, your alarms are part of your strength. They help you fight smarter, not weaker.
Ellie smiled, feeling lighter. As they continued their journey, she realized that needing support didn't make her any less capable. It made her wiser and stronger. And from that day forward, the sound of her alarmer no longer felt embarrassing. It was a reminder that she was prepared, protected, and never alone. Everyone faces challenges, and sometimes we need a little help, whether it's from friends, family, or even a trusty buddykin. There's no shame in using tools that keep you safe and strong. Embrace your journey, alarms and all.